photographs in an empty storefront that used to be Jack Kemp's campaign headquarters.
Rose, he's wearing a cape.
And a mask. He's wearing a cape and a mask. Wait a minute. Is this guy an insurance salesman named Marshall Herskovitz?
That's his cousin.
It's awful.
Stinky. Go to hell, all of you.
I will not have that filthy beast in my house. It belongs in a barnyard.
This is not a farm.
You know, Blanche, I have a recurring dream. John Cameron Swayze straps a Timex to my chin and tosses me across an icy pond. I looked it up in a book of symbols, but it wasn't there. That's it, I'm done. What do you want me to do, bring down a curtain?
Bye, Pat.
Which sister is this, Rose?
My younger sister, Holly. Frankly, I'm not too happy about it. This is a terrible thing to say, but I don't really like her. We haven't gotten along since we were kids.
Well, I guess that about does it. All the food is gone.
Except the fruitcake. I don't get it. There's more now than when we started. Are you kissing? Hello. Dorothy, Miles, lips aflame, they were kissing.
And?
And she's pregnant with his love child. What do you mean, and? Isn't that enough? Aren't you shocked?
Well, not really. I saw them kiss.
Ash, I earned that A in history. For the first time in my life, I'm ashamed to be a Hollingsworth. Vixen, Story of a Woman, is nothing but a vulgar collection of perverse sexual acts that are sheer and utter filth.
Cheesecake?
For an emergency.
What kind of emergency? Nuclear war?
Depression.
Oh, you'll never guess what I found.
Judge Crater.
Cookies and cream ice cream, my favorite.
Oh, wait a minute. We're eating dessert. We can't start with dessert. If we're going to have dessert, we better have something to begin with.
Get out of here.
But Dorothy, he's a little early, yes, but we're delighted to see him.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hello, Rose. You're looking lovely this evening.
Oh, wait a minute. Rose Nyland, you do look sick.
She should go, they believe her.
Blanche, you look terrible. What day is this? I've been up for 72 hours. I had a breakthrough. I discovered a new form of writing.
Hey, I'm going to have to ask you a few questions. Well, Lord, I can't ask you this. I can't even ask my own wife this. I'd like to.
Dean Tucker, what happened to me was really quite simple. I'm not doing very well in Professor Cooper's class.
Oh, never say that, Rose.
But you're a teacher. You think for a living.
Well, don't be so impressed. I have summers off.
How you can stand listening to me and all my ridiculous stories.
Your stories are very...
Well, Dorothy, I guess we're sleeping together tonight.
Ma, I have a better idea. In my suitcase, there are 2 tickets to Aruba. I think Stan owes us a little vacation, don't you?
Aruba! I love Aruba! Where's Aruba?
Here, I am so fed up with all of these people, I'm just ready to give up.
Dorothy, you can't give up. You're no quitter. Why, just think of the many times you have been dumped by a man. Did you quit dating? No, ma'am. You sank even lower, scraping the bottom of the barrel, facing some...
For me just because I had hairy legs.
What'd they call you?
Rose with the hairy legs.
Kids can be so cruel.
Well, it's almost dinner time. on. Now, what could be taken? Ask him out.
Oh, I don't know. I feel so awkward asking a man out on a date.
Well, you could always invite him here to dinner. That wouldn't seem as pushy.
Oh, that's a great idea, Rose. Then we can all check him out.
I don't think I can do it.
Oh, Dorothy, of course you can. Look here, now you be Frank, I'll be you. Okay?
Twilight! Kolak says that I have to return to my home planet of Twylar immediately. So we'll just say goodbye this time until next time, boys and girls, when you turn on your TV sets and hear.
Rose, she is the surprise.
Now, they haven't seen each other since Angela moved back to Sicily 30 years ago.
Oh, that's a wonderful surprise.
Now, look, I'm going to need your help. I want you to help set up the party and keep Ma out of the...
Ma, how would you like to go out to dinner tonight with Angela and me?
No.
Oh, come on, Ma, this isn't an easy time for any of us.
Forget it, Dorothy. I don't need her to be there for me. The shame is she wasn't there for Phil. When you wouldn't see me, you weren't seeing him.
Been subbing a gorgeous gym teacher. Well, I noticed him a few times, and today, as luck would have it, I found myself right behind him in the line in the cafeteria after I butted ahead of 25 students. Anyway, we started talking, and in 30 seconds...
Responsibility, like if you're missing any jewelry or they kill you.
I'm not getting out of here alive.
Ma, will you calm down? You are in the finest hospital in Florida. Nothing is going to go wrong.
Okay, Mrs. Petrillo. Let's see if we can get you patched up, huh? Thank you, Rose.
It was the Crimea River matinee at the Rialto. I'll be back. I'm going to change and I'll make us some tea.
Blanche, would you mind if I spoke to Dorothy privately?
Mind? Why, of course not. And listen, don't you worry. Your secret is safe with me.
He's a lizard. I mean, we stopped having sex.
Boy, I could never do that.
Oh, big surprise. I'm amazed you're taking a break now. All right, leaving your husbands out of this. Haven't you ever been glad when one of your relationships... Blanche, how did it go with the accountants?
Oh, just fine. Hey, while I was in the waiting room, I was reading a magazine that listed the 10 richest men in America. You know, Merv Griffin's moved up a couple of notches.
He probably ate the two guys ahead of him.
Anyway, I got good news from my accountant. I'm being audited Tuesday.
Oh, look. Blanche, this is no laughing matter. How can you take this kind of abuse?
Abuse? I'll have you know he has never raised a hand to me.
Verbal abuse, Blanche.
He talks like that all the time. I just don't pay any attention.
Blanche, you're making excuses for him.
Look, can we continue this conversation later? In his 80s. You just showed me a woman in her 50s who can do that. And don't tell me Joan Collins. That woman belongs in a wax museum.
All right, it is not just menopause, it's what it represents to you, growing older.
Yes.
And growing older represents a loss of attractiveness.
Yes.
Is that all there is to you? Sex appeal?
Look at the man's covering half the pictures on our wall.
I don't blame you for looking surprised, Blanche. There's a little more of me than there used to be.
Well, maybe a little here, a little there.
I'm Dorothy. How do you do?
How do you do?
This is my mother, Sophia. That's Rose.
Hello. For rent, and the name is Blanche Devereaux. Why would you name a room Blanche Devereaux?
Oh, it's been such a lovely day. Mr. Sunshine really gave us one of his biggest and brightest smiles. Oh, I feel like putting my arms around Mother Nature and giving her a big kiss. Hi, you got style, blue sky sunshine, why stand by the miles, Miami? You got style.
Rebecca, I've held my tongue for 2 solid weeks, but I cannot any longer. Now, I am your mother. And I cannot let you go out that door without asking you why. Of all the men on God's green earth, have you decided to marry that lump of nothing out there?
I think I got one.
Where?
Past the lifeguard stand.
Bald guy about 20 yards out?
Yeah? Yeah, watch his face. Huh? Am I right? You fully crank and threw his limp body in the river. That's a Sicily you don't see on postcards. I'm gonna die.
Ma, the doctor says you're healthy as a horse. Well, actually, the doctor in our prepaid health plan says you're healthy as a camel. I assume in his country it's the same as a horse.
You know, Dorothy, for an extra $5, we can get a doctor who sees patients one at a time.
It's a scary story, Rose.
Why don't they call me? I want to get this over and go home.
Rose, come here, honey. Come here, we need to talk.
What, Blanche?
Well, this is the kind of thing I tend to keep to myself, but I want you to know. I got tested too, so I know what you're going through.
Because there was nothing special about him. He wasn't talented, he wasn't smart, he wasn't rich, he wasn't handsome, he wasn't good at anything.
If he also wore a bad toupee, she could be describing my Stanley.
Anyway, it made Tunder's wife miserable that her husband was best known for being a while to warm up, but once I get going, I can turn your topsoil till the cows come home.
Rose, please.
Want to see some Polaroids of me in my tennis skirt?
Look, Rose, I'm flattered, and please no offense, but you're just not my type.
But Blanche was.
I was going to ask you the same thing.
They're going to get married whether we like it or not. Do you like it?
No.
Me neither.
They're also going to have a baby whether we like it or not. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Me too. So what are we going to do?
What mothers have done since the beginning of time.
Is allowed to shave the woman's head and make her wear an itchy hat.
I hear Pakistan has the same penalty for jaywalking.
Swayan.
Hi, Blanche.
Something wrong?
And believe me, it works. I mean, men find her very attractive.
You mean males?
No, I mean men.
Blanche, I need you to take me to the eye doctor. It's time for a new prescription.
I thought Dorothy was taking you.
I don't know any Dorothy.
She's your daughter, Sophia.
Honey, what you looking for?
Nothing.
Now, Sophia, tell me the truth.
Was that a plumber?
No, Ma, no. It was a little girl selling Girl Scout toilets.
You let a plumber get away?
We don't need him.
Like hell. I'm going after him.
Come on, Dorothy, let's move this little beauty.
Okay.
I was going to ask you the same thing.
They're going to get married whether we like it or not. Do you like it?
No.
Me neither.
They're also going to have a baby whether we like it or not. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Me too. So what are we going to do?
What mothers have done since the beginning of time.
Baby. Poor baby. This morning he was so full of life, and now he looks just terrible.
Rose, honey, don't torture yourself. Now, baby is very, very old. Whenever one of
Go Club. And that's where I first met Eddie, the Aqua Midget.
he was a blue midget.
Don't be ridiculous. He was a diving midget. What was his act? He used to jump off his...
This month, he couldn't set the handbrake on my wheelchair.
Grandma, that was just a coincidence.
Please, all 3 times was at the top of the stairs to the Flatbush subway station.
Mama,
If Salvador hates you, why does he want you to come here and live with us?
What?
Salvador and I would like you to move in with us.
Forget it. I am not moving in.
He rips the guy's throat out.
Look, I know you've seen this movie 6 times, so you shouldn't mind answering a few questions. Does this mean you've decided to run away instead of going to see that judge? Well, I can't make you change your mind.
Here.
Taking a shower, huh? I suppose this is your loofah sponge.
What are you talking about?
You toyed with my emotions. You toyed with my affection, and worst of all, you toyed with my sister.
That's not true, Sophia. Angela's just my roommate. You're the only woman in my life. There can be no one else but you.
Hi, is Blanche ready?
Not quite yet. Would you, like to sit down?
No, I'm in a hurry.
No, she'll only be a few minutes.
Oh, great. Now we're gonna run into traffic. I hate it when she does this.
You evidently hate it when she does a lot of things.
What?
Nothing? Come on, we're sorry. We're listening now. You have our complete attention.
All right. I went to see Dean Tucker today.
So, big talker. Did you get your mitts on any tickets yet?
As a matter of fact, I did. 3 tickets, rear orchestra.
3 tickets, third.
Be like school.
I have already read the book for the class, which is interesting, and I've also completed all the assignments for the class. Plus, this is a special report that I have written based on the extra research that I have done for the class.
We're never going to beat you people, are we? Now,
From the personals. You're not serious. Sure I am. Before I had a chance to write and suggest we meet, I got a letter from him saying he was being transferred to Saskatchewan. He's going to be the smudge pot supervisor of the first domed orange grove in Canada.
sweet. Oh, even in the bedroom, he's just, well, he's really brought new meaning to the word solicitous.
What was the old meaning again?
Stocks and bonds. Hey, this is found money. This is fun money. This is hot beaches and sweaty men money. This is get naked and roll around on the ground money.
Even your money has more fun than I do.
Meet my friend Martha Lamont's table and try not to fall in love.
Miss Lamont is waiting for you at the bar.
Oh, good. With luck, she found somebody who'll pay for dinner. Martha, you look terrific.
Are those new knee-highs?
It's a new attitude. Eat, drink, and be merry.
I thought you had to work.
You told me you had a last-minute emergency.
So they're all liars. That's an asset when you're planning a surprise like this.
Come on, we've got reservations for dinner and dancing.
Ma, I bet you were in on this all along, weren't you?
Of course I was. These dimwits' idea of romance is a Coors Light and a Love Boat rerun.
All right, let's go.
And a hint of turbulence.
This is Captain Malone again. Looks like we're running right into the eye teeth of a big tropical storm.
I'm a dead woman.
Fortunately, that means we're going to have to turn around and return to Miami. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
Did you hear that, girls? We're saved.
We should blow out those candles before Mr. Hickenlooper has the entire volunteer fire brigade up here pumping water on my clean kitchen floor. I swear that man will look for any excuse to make that siren sound through his nose. Inga Lundqvist told me just this last week. I know. Shut up, Rose, and blow out your... I wonder if he knows which one of us he wants. I mean, he told me that I had something that Blanche didn't have, and he probably told Dorothy she had something that I don't. Maybe now he's back to Blanche. Isn't Blanche going to help?
No, she still won't come out of her room.
Oh, she's never been in her room that long.
Except for that time with the lifeguard. Now, she must really be depressed.
She'll cheer up when the minks come.
If they come from Neiman Marcus.
Did Stan ever get you a mink coat?
Stan wouldn't get a pump.
Lots.
Enough to jump out of an airplane?
Well, sure. Enough to climb the highest mountain, swim the widest river,
jump out of an airplane. So, what do you say? Dinner? Well, then we'll go over to my place and watch some TV. I won't try anything, I swear.
Oh, what the heck? I do too.
God, I love this man.
Hey, you two. You're not married until I say so. Big smile.
65 years ago. I want to go back.
Oh, gee, Ma, I'm sorry, honey, but I can't let you go.
Who's asking your permission? I'm going anyway.
Ma, look, I absolutely forbid it. Now, come on. You've had a stroke. You have high blood pressure. It would be lunacy to risk your health this way.
Really am. No, at first I wanted to give up, to die, truly. Only time I ever felt worse was when George died. But then I had the kids with me, and I pulled through it. This time I thought, well, this is my last chance. This is my last hope for happiness. I just thought I'd never feel good again.
How long is this story? I'm 80. I have to plan.
Time to take that giant step into the world of Eduardoism.
You've been drinking again, haven't you?
Right. The magic begins.
Oh, I'm feeling younger and sexier already. Dorothy, how do I look?
Like something that came
A man's work. It's all gold. Just open it anywhere and the magic will touch you. But I'm so tired. I must sleep, and I cannot sleep. I am too tired to sleep. I will never sleep again. I may die from this.
Lorraine is kind of black.
Kind of black. What does that mean, kind of black? I mean, that's like being kind of Spanish. You know, either you want...
Oh, I thought you said he was cute. Well, he is cute, but a dog belongs outdoors in his natural habitat where he's free to roam and lick himself in the privacy of his own doghouse.
He won't be any trouble. I'll keep him in my room till I find his owner. You won't even know he's here.
Oh, well, I suppose it's okay, but I can still see Big Daddy sitting on the porch swing, swilling down home brew, picking off peaceniks with his BB gun. Oh, God, I miss that man.
Come on, honey. I'm sure Grand Dragon, our Big Daddy is always with you.
Oh, I hope he's going to be all right. Oh, Dorothy, that was so sweet of you, telling him he could come live with us.
I meant it.
It's going to be awfully quiet around here without him.
I'll say, no more listening to Dorothy snore.
I do not...
Well, you probably want to get her operational as soon as possible. After all, she's quite a showpiece. Where do I install her?
Well, actually, Lou, we're going to install her ourselves. Follow me.
Hold it. You're not serious.
Why not?
Oh, ladies, the installation of a toilet's a very delicate procedure. You gotta go to school, you gotta be...
Eventually, the Lindstroms took the baby. And the beefsteaks, because that was the deal. They named the baby Rose.
Did you know her, Rose Lindstrom?
Know her? You're looking at her.
The Lord certainly works in mysterious ways. What do you know about...
You to Shady Pines when you have a hernia.
You took me there after I had a stroke?
I'm not getting anywhere. Blanche, you talk to her.
A wet bar.
Blanche! Look, Ma, I love you, and I know what's best for you. And besides, I don't want to feel pangs of guilt for the next 20 years.
In rush. Half the people have walkers. The other half can't get out of their chairs. But they got bells going off like crazy. You know what that does to hearts that only beat a few times a week? It's not pretty.
We better go. We have reservations.
I'll see you girls in the locker room.
Vaughn, she's not serious.
Never has been, never will be.
Okay, then you'll need new gym bags, water bottles, vitamin packs, and most importantly, a sports training bra to minimize jiggle and bounce.
Yvonne, honey, I think you're missing the whole point of having breasts.
We'll take them. That's great, Ma. That's really beautiful. But there's nothing like that between me and Mr. Gordon. If you don't believe me, why don't you join us for lunch?
Join you for lunch? Let me check my social calendar. Oh, okay, I'm free.
Ma,
Not that particular. He just got out of prison.
it was absolutely dreadful. I spent the rest of the evening going in and out of consciousness while a guy with a silver tooth and a scorpion tattoo on his arm tried to grope me through the Vicks Vapor Rub.
Not a dime.
Yes! Well, this is it. My last session with Stan and the psychiatrist. How do I look?
Oh, fine. Why?
It's so hard to dress for a psychiatrist.
Oh, hi, Dorothy.
What's all that stuff?
Well, I know how down in the dumps we've both been since Rose moved out, so I thought I'd buy us a little something to cheer us up.
Oh, how sweet of you.
I know. This is for me. This is for me. This is for me.
But she finished grade school.
Dorothy, do you know anything about this boy's family background?
All I know is that he's a doctor.
A doctor? Well, the heck with his background. Do you have any idea how much a doctor makes these days?
No, I really don't care what he does for a living. I mean, the important thing is that he and Kate have a good relationship.
What is it, Rose? Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. St. Luke's Hospital wants me to come in for some kind of test. That's where I had my gallbladder out 6 years ago.
Can I see it, Rose?
They throw organs out after surgery.
The letter, Rose. Yes, I think I'm doing the right thing. Please leave.
Through 3 times, once with 10 items, once with 9 items, and once with 6 items.
No, Rose, what kind of a moron would do that? Anyway,
Your sock drawer, Dorothy, you know, the one you know who can't reach?
I knew you were keeping pictures there, but I had no idea. You disgust me.
Look, I don't have to stand for
Nail her, Rose. Nail her. Remember, a good reporter always gets a story no matter what.
Blanche. Bye-bye. I hate lying. It goes against my nature. I guess that's because growing up in St. Olaf, one day every year they gather all the children who lied in the town square and the mayor would point at them.
He's filling in for Willard Scott on the Today Show. It seems Willard ate some bad scallops on the air that he got through the mail. He wandered over to the critics' corner and lost his cookies on Jean's shelf. Jean thought it was because Willard...
Alvin, am I sitting in the right place?
Depends. If you're looking to catch a bus to Jacksonville, you could be in big trouble.
You old geezer, you know what I'm talking about.
Half the time, I suspect you don't know what you're talking about. Especially when you start all that muttering in Italian. I swear you make up half those words.
You two hardly sound like old friends.
Blanche is right. We should be more positive. Dorothy, you look wonderful.
The left one turned out nice.
Dorothy!
Oh, come on, Rose, I'm just kidding. They're both practically the same size. How about giving me a hand in the kitchen?
Have you seen my mother?
She mentioned something about having a headache. I think she's in her room.
Hanging herself.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Oh, how are you feeling?
Oh, much better. Say, how about going out to dinner, have some fun?
Mama, can we talk for a minute?
I'll make the reservations. Where would you like to eat?
I want you to be part of...
All right, out of here, aren't you?
Well, excuse me for living Anita Bryant.
Couldn't we please get married already so I can get in on the hugging?
Places!
Oh, Sophia, honey, I want to wish you all the happiness in the world.
Thank you.
Blanche, why is this a story about acceptance?
Oh, because years later, to get back at me, Kathy Lee slept with my daddy. That was something I had to accept.
Honey, what happened, you poor darling?
I went to the police station today to get an update on my case. I borrowed your pocket hairspray. I took it from your dressing table. You know what this humidity does to my hair.
I know.
Cotton candy. Well, just as I entered the police station, I saw there was this cute officer there who's...
The murder of Kendall Nesbitt.
Lieutenant Alvarez, I don't think that'll be necessary, as I seem to have recovered from my death. But I would like to thank the Maltese Falcon Club, and in particular, Blanche Devereaux, for giving us a weekend we'll never forget. Thank you for coming.
I'd rather date you, lady.
Sweet Jesus, I've just done the impossible. I converted one.
I have a terrific idea. Before we go home to spend Christmas with our families, why don't we have a little celebration right here, St. Olaf style?
No, I will not drink eggnog while wearing a cast iron brassiere.
We don't do that at Christmas. We do that at Easter.
Just a little depressed.
Really? You know, I'm depressed too. What are you depressed about?
Alvin and I had a fight. I'm making a scarf for a friend I don't have anymore.
I know exactly how you feel. I made these for Fernando.
I thought you broke up with that. All right. Take 5. Even the seagulls stopped listening. The rain kept our fans away. Baloney. Every week we've been collecting what? $20, $30 for the clinic? The last couple of weeks we're lucky if we break 10. And you know why? We're losing our edge. The excitement is gone. We're not driven like we used to be.
Taking her to lunch.
I don't get it. All of a sudden you two are best friends?
Well, maybe I've changed. For once, everything is going well. My sister is in my life. Stan is out of my life. I'm not even going to see him for 2 whole years. Everything is perfect.
Hush, pussycat. Ida's ankles are swelled up like a blowfish. Let's see how the hurricane's going. Has to look good at this wedding.
Look, Ma, I don't know how to break this to you.
Gently, I'm old.
Giuseppe Mangiacavallo has had a fabulous life. He's in his 80s, is a multimillionaire, and enjoys perfect health.
Well, it's a very slow-acting curse.
So it would appear.
Come here.
Okay, Blanche, you landed on sports. Here's the question. What famous football player wore pantyhose duds?
Passion of a priest, you really do. But you'd have to be the entire Vatican softball team to forgive me for the other time.
The other time.
I didn't mean it to happen. I was having a drink in the bar that they added onto that Greek diner when a woman sat down next to me. We talked, we drank, we broke a few...
Oh, no, what is the occasion?
There's no occasion. I just know it's your favorite. I'll get it.
Come on, Ma, this takes 12 hours to make. Now, what do you want?
Nothing. And it takes 16.
Ma, the only time you make lasagna al forno is for funerals and favors. Now, you're not wearing black, so what do you want?
Yes, I have. I'm a big dope. You must hate me.
Oh, honey, come on. Now, don't cry. Rose, I don't hate you. No, I'm really having fun. It's just that, you know, it took me a little while to get into the spirit of things.
Seriously?
Oh.
Fired. Rose, we just did that part, honey.
Sorry. I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
Of course, we'll pay you for the rest of the week. Oh, Marguerite, I hope you understand.
I never been fired from any job.
We're really awfully sorry.
Well, you should be.
Oh, my God, what's happened? Is he all right?
He'll be okay. I just hate seeing him like this.
Oh, are you a relative?
I'm his wife.
His wife?
He told you to Shady Pines when you have a hernia.
You took me there after I had a stroke?
I'm not getting anywhere. Blanche, you talk to her.
A wet bar.
Blanche! Look, Ma, I love you, and I know what's best for you. And besides, I don't want to feel pangs of guilt for the next 20 years.
He cures everybody, and wine sales skyrocket.
Wait a minute, Ma. Unless I'm missing something, your hunch was wrong.
My hunches are never wrong. Now, everyone is living high on the hog and eating rich foods. The next thing you know, there's a gout epidemic. Nobody can
Dorothy, do you feel like talking?
Oh, honey, if it can wait until morning, I'd really appreciate it. I'm exhausted.
Sure, I am too. Let's just get some sleep.
I'm not saying I want her to go to prison. I'm saying if she goes to prison, we have the theme for the party.
Girls, do I have news for you?
Rose, where have you been?
Trying to get hold of the fire inspector who inspected Shady Pines. I just wanted to double check that there wasn't anything wrong with the building. I'm dying for your opinion on my movie. Come on, it's all set up in the living room. I didn't get the soundtrack in yet, but I did get the editing done. Now remember, this would be better with a bigger TV.
Yeah, we know.
And it'd be better with music.
Oh, we understand.
And of course it'd be better.
It would be better with Shelley Hackrose. Just turn it on.
Here goes.
Rose, honey, is that why you're training? For your parents?
They always wanted me to be a champion ice skater. They were so proud watching me practice. I know their dream was for me to win a gold medal, but I hate ice skating.
Rose, listen, you don't have to do anything to please your parents.
She's right. I remember my mother making me practice the tuba 3 hours a day, 7 days a week for 10 years. Oh, I hated it. But it finally paid off.
I didn't know you played the tuba.
Oh, I don't. No, I gave it up. But I can blow 32 pounds of air into a tire in less than a minute.
I guess that's just a mother's nature. Well, I'll see you in the morning.
Hey, Blanche, listen, my mom lives in Oregon. You know, I don't get a home-cooked meal too often. Be okay if I stop by sometime?
I think that would be great. And now, I don't care.
Every time we had a fight, toward the end, our place looked like Easter in Rotterdam.
It's good to see that you're not bitter.
Everybody, I'd like you to meet my future son-in-law. This is Dennis, the gorgeous doctor. Dennis, I'd like you to meet my best friends. This is Rose.
Hello, Rose.
Today it's my turn to choose, and we are not watching Another World.
You are undoubtedly the meanest sick person I've ever met. Not to mention the most unattractive.
Girls, why do we have to watch TV anyway? There are plenty of other fun things we could do. We could play cards, listen.
I don't know. For me, it was better the first time. What do you think?
Right this way, please.
So why do you want me to be at your house tomorrow?
I want you to be there when I kill myself.
Because I think you're making a very big mistake.
She seemed pretty upset.
We just fired her.
What do you think she meant when she said we were making a big mistake?
She meant it'll be fun. You like square dancing.
No, thanks.
Oh, Rose, you're only going to be dancing with men. You can't kill them by doing that.
Nope, no more men. That's it for me.
No more men. My God, I would die. I would just die.
It's not like no more food, Blanche.
It's worse.
There are many women who live happy.
Sneakers. Well, there's only one way to settle this. I'm going.
The head you are, I'm going.
Neither one of you is going. Fidel isn't coming.
Where is he? We killed him. I know. We might as well have put a gun to poor Fidel's head. I will never forget when I first put up that notice at the supermarket.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Oh, I know exactly what you're going through. I can read it in your face.
You can.
A dime.
Gee, that might even get you on the 6 o'clock news.
Well, the table on the lanai is all set. I guess Rebecca should be here with Jeremy any minute.
Blanche, did Rebecca bring Jeremy to Miami just to meet you?
I don't know. She didn't say, and I didn't want to ask.
But you think he might be her boyfriend?
Oh, I don't think so. I didn't see any pictures of him when I went.
See, who's buying? Pulse or pressure? Pressure.
140 over 80.
130 over 80. 120 over 70. Your treat, Esther. And I'd stay away from the sausage if I were you.
Sophia, would you like to come to my art class today?
Did you talk Maury Shumowitz into posing naked yet?
We suppose all the greats knew this feeling. And the thing is, after all this, I've decided not to sell my book. It's too good to sell. They can publish it after I'm dead, like Vincent van Gogh.
Van Gogh was a painter, Blanche.
Whatever, it's all the same thing.
Birthday.
So you see, everybody bends the truth now and then. It's not a crime.
But I lied to Kirsten. Now she hates me for it.
Then tell her the truth.
I can't. If I tell her the truth about the money, then she'll find out the truth about her father. And my poems, we might go into the greeting card business together?
No, I'm thinking about a place out at the beach where the waves break so hard they knock the bathing suits right off the men coming out of the water. Come on, maybe we can salvage the rest of this day.
I love your lasagna.
Oh, you're just saying that to make me feel better.
Is it working?
Like a charm.
You know, Sophia, we shouldn't be doing this. Sarah's going to be here any minute.
Look, Marvin, I know you two are very close, but frankly, she's starting to get on my nerves.
Sophia, you mustn't speak about Sarah like that.
Oh, wake up, Marvin. The woman's a control freak. It's time you got rid of her.
No, don't say that.
She has no right to run your life. She's only your sister.
She's not my sister. She's my wife.
And be caught in public with me. And maybe he's right. Maybe I do look awful. But think about this. I still look better than either one of you.
And so, after I threw up, I pass out in this tattoo parlor, right?
See.
They're both imposters.
Run, Mom. Run.
Dorothy?
Do you see what you've done? You've upset Kim Fong Toy.
Dorothy, she's not kidding.
Oh, my God. Somebody get help!
Always had this trouble ever since high school. I was the head cheerleader, and I was dating our star quarterback, Caldwell Honeycutt. Well, time came to break up, and I just could not tell Caldwell to his face. I couldn't bear to inflict that much grief and suffering on one man. So I finally decided that the day...
Would you feel like going to an early matinee? Oh, that sounds great. I remember when we first got our milking machine. I hooked Molly up to it, flipped the switch, and she dropped like a rock. Oh, well, luckily she wasn't electrocuted. After that, she was no good for milking. But she certainly became the most popular. I sure hope Dr. Parks can get those minks in the mood.
He's a wonderful vet. I'm sure he'll solve the problem. Blanche, you're out of bed.
Well, eyes.
Yeah, all the cute guys are either married or popes.
Well, we broke up, and besides, he's away at college now.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. My father kicked me out. I had so many things I gotta figure out. I guess I gotta get a job and a place to stay.
Oh, Mary, look, you have too many things to figure out. Why don't you stay here with us until we can all decide what to do?
Absolutely.
Watching what this is doing to her.
I hate watching what it's doing to you.
I hate watching those FBI warnings at the beginning of video rentals.
hello, sir.
I'm sorry. Look, we have to do something about the roof. It's getting worse.
Forget it. You know how Blanche is. She'll wait for the ceiling to cave in on her before she'll do anything.
Blanche, listen, we really have to talk about the roof.
Dorothy, I already called the repairman. Last night, the damn ceiling caved in on my bedroom. Not long, just great. It was my escort who turned out to be the dud. Next time, I'm going to date both brothers before I give one away.
Hi.
Hi, I hear you had a great time tonight.
It was the best. I haven't laughed so much or acted so silly since I was a teenager. You know what we did?
Thank you. You know, I can see why your friend got disillusioned, but I don't see why he withdrew for 22 years.
Oh, I can. It happened to me. When Stanley walked out, I was so devastated I locked myself in my bedroom. It was the one place that didn't remind me of Stan.
Mommy let you have another kitty?
Yeah, she said she would get me one next week.
Well, if you'll promise to give him a really, really good home, I'll let you have Mr. Peepers.
Great. Would it be okay if I call him Harpo?
Well, I don't think he'd mind.
Thanks a lot, lady.
If it is, and I better call Simon and cancel our date for tonight. You know, I'm really starting to care about him, and I wouldn't want him worrying about my recording his performance. You know how fragile men's egos are. One little thing like screaming out the wrong name and they go all to pieces.
We moved to a new neighborhood. I was mad because he always made new friends more easily than I did. And I'm mad today because I never wanted to give the eulogy at my kid brother's funeral. I'm mad because he died.
Rose, your father was a dairy farmer. You look for food in your freezer.
Psychiatrist didn't make me feel better. I feel better that you all feel better, but I don't feel any better. Not even a little? No. In fact, I feel worse.
Why worse?
He was my last hope.
So many books! I know, this is a bookstore.
If you need me, I'll be in the Bitter Children of Celebrity section.
Don't get lost.
Too many books, too many contradictory opinions next to each other. This leads to anarchy.
These books represent different ideas.
Dorothy, what's going to happen now?
There's at stake. To find that jacket and get that ticket, we will lie, cheat, threaten, and steal if we have to.
Oh, hello.
Anybody got a backup plan?
I'm sorry, I didn't know anyone was out here. I was just locking up.
Father, we desperately need your help.
Well, frankly, I'm not sure we have enough empty beds, but you're welcome to stay.
Tolerated him as long as I can. He's got to go.
But Dorothy...
No buts, Rose.
Well, okay, but I'll need a few more days.
All right, a few more days, and that is it. Get me a doggy bone.
I don't know, Dorothy. I don't think you deserve one.
Rose. Everywhere. You go on in 2 minutes, only one of your acts has shown up, and you got 8 hours to fill. What are you going to do?
Well, let me tell you something, mister. It doesn't matter how many of our acts have shown up. It doesn't matter how many hours of airtime we have to fill. There is only one thing that matters here. The indomitable devotion that Rose and I have in our hearts for that windmill.
My heart! My heart! Everything is going black. I'm coming to you, Sally.
Ma! Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Hang on, Ma! Oh, please! Please hang on!
All right, but you have to do me a favor.
To the moon, Ma! If you wanted a favor, you could just ask.
There are only 2 things I look forward to eat.
Prep you for surgery in about an hour. Until then, just relax.
There aren't enough drugs in the entire building.
I hope my exercising doesn't bother you.
No, not at all. What is it, some kind of therapy you have to do?
No, I just like to stay healthy.
I have to break this to you, Bonnie. You're in a hospital. The exercises aren't working.
Never did for me was getting all these sheep to lie down in a field and spell out my name.
Ma, call the police.
No. Rocco said he needs to talk to me and he's coming over.
Fine, I'll call the police.
If you do, Dorothy, I'll never speak to you again.
But Sophia...
And let's just lie down on the bed and watch television.
Hi.
God, did you do it?
Yeah. And? I'm going to become a nun. On the kiss of death. It's the second time a man has died in my bed.
The second time?
Dorothy knows.
Charles. Good night, Ma.
Good night, pussycat.
Hello. I'm Dorothy. Milton. Oh, pleased to meet you, Milton.
Changed my mind. I was wrong to ask for all those gifts.
Dorothy, you see, I knew she'd come to her senses.
I decided cash is better. That way I can buy exactly what I want.
I'll get my purse.
No, Blanche, I'm not going to let you do that. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and if after all...
What's wrong, Rose?
It's my insurance company. They've cut me off because of the lawsuit. What am I going to do?
Well, you need a good lawyer. Give me the keys to your rental, and I'll go out and see if I can nail one for you.
Blanche, that's how you got me in trouble before.
Here's a picture of Dorothy's 9th birthday party. Look how scared the clown looks.
You know, I can't believe you actually got a clown for my birthday. I can still see his big red nose and those huge black circles around his eyes.
Oh, he wasn't a real clown. He was a friend of your father's. He'd been beaten up the night before.
We're good for each other.
What about all those other great things you two did? Camping, tennis, boating?
All the time. Well, maybe only once. See, Charlie had this unnatural fear.
Of what?
Camping, tennis, boating.
Rose, don't you see? You're remembering the way it never...
Well, I hate telling you this, Blanche. No, that's not true. I look forward to telling you this, Blanche. The woman your great-grandfather married was born, well, outside of Georgia.
How far outside of Georgia?
Buffalo.
Not so fast. Let's just wait till you're completely rehabilitated. Which can be fun, too.
Let me start my rehabilitation by giving you back your lovely necklace.
Thank you.
And your ankle bracelet.
This is Herb Shrewsbury, our lawyer.
So what are my chances, Shyster, or do you prefer ambulance chaser?
Yeah, he's here to help you. Are you nuts?
If it helps.
Well, the trial is set for a month from now, so I'm going to need some character witnesses.
Maybe you should start by interviewing me.
You know what might happen to me if I didn't do my duty?
What?
Free swimming lessons with a cement kickboard.
Hi, girls.
Rose, honey, is something wrong?
No, I'm just a little depressed.
Oh, come on now, Rose. If there's something wrong, you can tell.
Devotion, honey.
Like what, Blanche? The PLO?
Do you know what I hate doing most after a party?
Trying to find your underwear in the big pile? Me world. Imagine it, Al. We go rocketing up and down and turn and turn and turn, and then zoom! Or we could just walk around and get our picture taken with Goofy.
My God, I just want to die.
You're not a fool, Blanche. You're a beautiful, loving, trusting woman. There's no fool here, Blanche.
I guess maybe I'm hoping the shock will be too much for my heart and I'll just drop dead right here. And the minister can bury me with Mr. Pincus.
This is terrible news indeed, but it is good luck for all of us that we ran into each other. It so happens I know a shortcut to the palace.
Oh, really?
Yes, through my den. There's a service entrance in the rear.
Oh, thank you,
Fox.
Thank you so much.
We'll never forget this.
Oh, I'd love to, Barbara. Thank you.
Anything for a friend. Ciao.
Ciao.
And goodbye to you too, Barbara.
Dorothy, the masquerade ball is Friday night. You know how much it means to me. I'm counting on you to be the real end of my horse.
Rose.
Charlie. What is the farmer's daughter? You are right. Thought it was a different kind of movie. Which brings us to Babes for 100.
Babes it is. The answer, Old Yeller, The China Syndrome, Truth or Dare. Charlie.
What are...
They aren't living together.
I know what he means.
It's just a little breather, you know, give each other space.
She threw you out, didn't she?
She changed the locks and everything. I mean, she even tossed all my clothes out the window. You can't imagine what it's like searching for your underwear in the back seat of a convertible.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's a very critical time for Mr. Zbornak, but with proper care, there's absolutely no reason he won't be as good as new within 3 months.
Did you say 3 months? Ma, he said 3 months.
I must have slept with your husband, Charlie.
Oh, so what's the news? How'd the hearing test come out? Tell her what the...
Take a blood test for her marriage. We find out it is not possible she is related to us. The hospital, there must have been some mix-up.
You mean they switched the babies?
Oh, but this is ridiculous. Absolutely. We can prove it. Dorothy, show him your driver's license.
I get herpes listening to this story. At what point in the evening did you finally meet George?
Well, I didn't meet George that Christmas Eve. That was the next Christmas Eve, but that was a boring story. I said I was going to tell you an exciting story.
Ladies, look, I hate to see people just drink coffee.
Elliot, did you make a pass at Blanche or not?
Absolutely not.
He's lying. Look at him. He's twitching. And blinking. He's lying and twitching and blinking.
He is blinking, Dorothy.
Maybe I had better wait for you in the car.
And I've never regretted it.
Oh, Blanche, that's a beautiful story. Oh, that must have taken real courage for both of you.
And it's terrible to think that the two of you were almost kept apart just because Benjamin was black.
Black?
Oh, Rose, I'm having a wonderful time. You're a lot of fun to be with.
Oh, I'm having a good time, too. I don't think I've had this much fun since I was a little girl back in St. Olaf. I remember once when I was about 10.
Dorothy, forgive me, but I gotta speak. Sometimes it's harder to close the door than to open a window.
Oh, that's very wise, Uncle Angela. I can imagine my heartbreak when one morning I find it dead.
How does a paper bird die?
Good question. Someone used it to restart the pilot light.
I'm probably the most patient person you know. Go ahead, try to think of somebody else. I'll wait.
You tell me honestly, you don't think there's something lacking in this relationship?
No. I think you're a kind, generous, caring man. As far as this physical...
Look at the end of the play until today.
If there's one thing I remember about my wedding night, it's Charlie telling me it's impolite to peek.
Rose, the play isn't real. It's a fairy tale. Not all stories end happily, and children have to learn that.
You call yourself a teacher? It's my butt's asleep.
We don't get much company. Look, that's my decision. Goodbye, company.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'll sweeten the pot. You let Kevin play this weekend, and I'll take you out Saturday night.
That's not his. He had Buddy Klein do it for him.
This is a proxy?
He doesn't mind doing it in his own bed, but there's something about doing it in a public place.
Kind of like sex.
Maybe where you come from.
Tonight, you can't go alone.
We'll all go.
What are we screaming at? I'm not sure, Dorothy.
The mouse! Rose, you promised that you'd get rid of it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dorothy. I tried to reason with him, but he just didn't seem to understand why you had to leave. I thought I had him convinced, but at the last one, I'm fine. You'll have to excuse her. Funeral homes make her a little nervous.
Golly, they used to make me nervous, too. You know, at a traditional funeral home, all they want to talk about is caskets, burials, dead people. Here at Forever Peaceful, we've gotten rid of all that morbid death stuff.
What are you running here, a sushi bar?
Come this way. Now, this is our,
See you. Nice to see you. What a lovely surprise. Welcome to our little convent. Not even a bunk cake, huh?
Look at you. A nun. I didn't think I'd be shocked like this. It's just that you look so different, you know, than when Blanche is dressed as a nun.
Oh, Rose, hi. Listen, I just picked up these pamphlets at a cosmetic surgeon, and I want you to help me decide which alterations I ought to get.
Blanche, none of these women have any tops on.
Well, I know, honey.
Blanche, honey, how are you?
Oh, you're probably pretty uncomfortable right now, but in a few days you'll be feeling fine, Blanche.
Coming.
Thank God you're here. I was a wreck. I was sitting there night after night with Oliver, just lonely as hell. I didn't know what was going on up here. Then I thought, what if I lose her?
I'd have put money on that.
But still, St. Olaf's town motto was better Ned than Red. Ned was sort of the town idiot.
When, on your days off?
Affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as you are. If you prick us, do we not bleed?
I'd love to, Barbara. Thank you.
Anything for a friend. Ciao.
Ciao.
And goodbye to you too, Barbara.
Dorothy, the masquerade ball is Friday night. You know how much it means to me. I'm counting on you to be the real end of my horse.
Rose,